It's the Sifmeister, baby! Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Man here. Hope you're doing well. So, do you realize that this month, April 2024, will be the 12th anniversary of American Reunion, the last official American Pie movie with the original OG cast. 12 years has already gone by. Wow. And that this year, in June, will be the 25th anniversary of the original American Pie. Oh, oh boy. Oh, are we old? And I thought to myself, we have waited now longer for another American Pie movie than we had to wait between American Wedding and American Reunion. That was only 9 years. Nine. And I thought to myself, we need another American Pie movie. Where is my fifth American Pie film? And I said to myself, the one thing that's great about these movies, and they're great, yeah, if you don't like the raunchiness and the sexual humor and the innuendos and the nudity, fine. What do you think you're going to get out of an American Pie movie? But each movie deals with life. And that's the thing that people forget about. Now, each of these movies deals with a certain moment in people's lives. You know, the first one is the coming of age, high school teenager wanting to lose his virginity before going to college. The second one was more about finding that right person that works with you with equal, and you can meet yourself around, not just go after the hot, hottie, the super hot girl. The third one, obviously, a wedding, like people do in life, they get married. The fourth one was that reunion of catching up with old friends you haven't seen in a while, see what they're up to in their life. Getting together for your high school reunion, realizing that not everyone's perfect. You might not have the best job. You might, not be happy with your marriage. Typical, normal life things. And each one of those movies deals with what people deal with in life. And I said to myself, where is my American Funeral? Now, before people go, what? Once again, if you look at the American Pie movies, they deal with certain moments throughout life that everyone goes through. Losing virginity, going to college, meeting that person, getting married, catching up with old friends later in life. And one thing that you deal with in life are people who die. That's a fact of life. And I thought to myself, that would be an interesting movie. And it's a movie that you could do where you can also bring back everybody. It's not like a movie where you go, well, what would be the reason to bring them back? What would be the reason to bring her back? You wouldn't have one. But a funeral, you do. And once again, now you can go either two ways with this. They could even have Michelle Flaherty die. Allison Hannigan. That could even be a possibility. But it would have to be someone close to Jim. It's not going to be Stifler. Don't even think about it. You're not killing off Stifler. You need Stifler in the movie to bring the humor. So you can't kill him off. Or, like I said, the best option is the one, the only, Jim's dad, Eugene Levy. Someone who's been in the franchise since the beginning, who's been the father, who's been that, that guy, that parent, who gives out great wisdom. You see, Jim, back in my day, Jim, we just used the tube sock. Um, the guy who gave advice, who also was in some of the spin-offs that they did, like American Pie Man Camp. You kill Eugene Levy's Jim dad in a fifth American Pie. Not only are you going to get the humor of Stifler and all that, but you're going to get a rock solid emotional third act when Jim has to get up and give a speech at the funeral. And in that moment, if it was a great director behind the camera and the editing, you show moments throughout the entire series of Jim getting lessons from his dad and showing those flashbacks and just letting it all sink in while also giving a great speech. And also, like I said, in there, you can bring a lot of characters in. Jim's friends. You can bring some, like, the Shermanator. What's his name? John Cho. Bring Stifler's mom. You know who else we can bring in? Mac. January Jones. Cadence. Flaherty. Michelle Flaherty's sister from American Wedding. That would be, since she's the sister of Michelle, she's definitely going to be at the funeral for Jim's dad. Their family. That would be another great addition to bring back. We haven't seen since the third film. So you can bring me, and you can have, the wild moments with Stifler still not growing up, like my brother. And you can have those moments. And you can have a little bit of that wedding crashers crashing a funeral with Stifler. I mean, that would be hilarious. You can still bring in the humor. But you would also bring in the emotional moments. But again, the coming of age, the going into adulthood, dealing with people dying in your life. That could be something interesting. Something this series has tackled multiple different life lessons and moments in life. And like I said, you can have a good, like I said, most of these movies are only like an hour and 45, hour 40 minutes. You can make a great comedy, but also bring in that emotion, and it with the Jim's dad character. Create new flashbacks, maybe between that happened in between 4 and 5, that we didn't get to see. You can have, in fact, this would be the great opportunity to make this do one more American Pie movie and do a full circle of Jim is dealing with the death of his father, but since it's already been 12 years plus since the last American Pie, and we saw that Jim had a son, a young boy, in the fourth one, you can have now Jim's son be going off to high school, maybe a freshman, maybe a sophomore, and guess what? We're getting back to that full circle of he's a teenager. He wants to lose his virginity before going to college. Well, now Jim Levinstein is now the guy who has to give the word of advice to his son, just like Jim's dad gave him advice when he was a teenager. It could be a nice full circle moment while also dealing with, like I said, planning the funeral, inviting the guests, having them come in town, going out with them, going to the wake, seeing, like I said, Cadence, seeing Stifler, seeing Cadence in 20 years. Oh boy. Seeing Nadia show up out of nowhere. Oh, Jim! I'm sorry about your dad. Um, have Stifler's mom, who at the end of the last movie, they hooked up. Jim's dad and Stifler's mom. So that could be interesting. That could also be funny at the same time, where Finch sees her again. Um, and then like I think you go to the actual funeral where you give the speeches and you get those emotional moments of Jim speaking. And also be a great moment for Stifler to finally mature and he can give a great speech on, I never really had a father figure growing up or a real father, but Jim's dad kind of became that father figure to me. Also, made my mom happy. Unlike you, Fitch. Um, they can play that up. We need to get American Funeral, the fifth and final American Pie movie. And yeah, I think Jim's dad would be the perfect person. And he's older. Um, he's been in the series the whole time. I think it would work with one of the friends or Michelle, coming down with cancer. And you have to see that slow, kind of, you know, sick, dying, and then, I think having it Jim's dad would be the perfect way to end the series. Like I said, while Jim's son is now in high school, dealing with high school stuff at the same time. Um, so let me know, do you think that would be a great idea? Hey, Universal, I'm talking to you right now. Come, contact me. I'm not joking. I'm a filmmaker. Went to film school. I'll come and make the movie for you. Sean William Scott, if you're out there, you're watching this, make it happen. Jason Biggs, Jim, call me, contact me. If you want American Pie 5, American Funeral, there's your movie. I'll direct it. You made the last movie in Atlanta. Why don't we make the fifth one in Atlanta? Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Matt here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment. Do you want to see an American Pie 5 with the original OG cast? Also, it'd be great to see where they all ended up now. Like I said, the last movie is now Oz and the band chick finally hooked back up together at the end. Where are we going to see Tara Reid? Will she show up? So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things they can do. So let me know in the comments below.